Hi,
Hey, Kat, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
All right, I'm well.
Go ahead and share my screen here.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Can you guys see?
Yes, we can. Give us a quick intro, and then we can move on.
Awesome. So Recruitology is a cloud-based recruiting platform, and we leverage artificial intelligence to help employers really hire the right talent quickly and efficiently. We offer programmatic job distribution. We do distribution to niche job sites, candidate ranking and matching, and then we also applied our AI to the functionality of our virtual career fair platform that we just launched in mid 2020. Our mobile-friendly platform. It's really easy to set up. It's intuitive for both job seekers and employers. And I think most importantly, it's intelligent in that our candidate matching technology provides value by working to speed up that screening process. So I wanted to kind of start the demo real quickly today on our job seeker registration process. This is an example of one of our registration pages, and you can see it's customizable. It's a page layout that you can choose one of our video or our library of background images, or you have the ability to use your own custom image. We provide different sponsorship levels for employers, and that's going to provide them with prominent positioning throughout the event. You'll see that the sponsorship page highlights the event details. It gives a brief description or a mention of why a job seeker would want to attend the event. It shows the chat session times, as well as highlighting each of the participating sponsors right here on the registration page. We also here at the bottom allow for a job seeker to share this event with someone else should they choose to do so. And that's pretty much the overview of the registration page. Ours is a double opt-in registration process, and what we want to keep it super simple to avoid candidate drop-off. So as you'll see here, all we ask for a job seeker is their first, last name and email address, and then they have to agree to the terms of use. The registry or the resume upload is optional by default, but you can require it if you want people to upload their resume upon registration. And while it's optional, we really encourage candidates to do that, because I'm going to talk a little bit about how our candidate recommendation technology takes advantage of the details in their resume. We'll talk through that multiple times throughout this demo. And once a candidate clicks register now here, they're then immediately receive an email asking them to confirm their registration. And then once they click confirm, they're going to get a second email with their individual link to access the event. And someone talked about earlier how it's important to have reminders. We do send out automated reminder emails leading up to the event to really encourage those registrants to participate. So moving on to the actual event experience from the job seeker perspective, when a candidate enters our lobby, you're going to see that the employer positioning is based on the sponsorship level. So the sponsors are going to be displayed above the event exhibitors in the lobby. Also, geo-targeting is applied with the user's location selected by default, and then the employer booths are then going to be displayed nearest to furthest based on that job seeker location. We also provide the ability for those job seekers to search by multiple different criteria, such as occupation, whether or not a specific position is a great match for their individual background, as well as they can search by which companies are online now and ready to chat. So each employer booth then will have lobby messaging here for candidates to see, like a brief sentence or two about their company. They're going to have a chat icon indicator that's going to show whether or not their recruiters are online and available to chat, as well as this briefcase icon right here that indicates the number of open positions in each employer booth. So if this Radio Shark looks good to a candidate, they're going to want to visit the booth. They just click visit booth, and then they can see all about the company. They can check out their about us information. They can view a company video. They can check out their social media links here, their website perhaps. And then most importantly, they can peruse that company's job opportunities. And I think the thing that kind of sets our platform apart is that we have that candidate matching technology where we identify which of the employer's positions are a best match for that each candidate based on their work experience, their background and skill set that, as I mentioned, that they included in their resume. So it really gives the candidate the opportunity to quickly identify which positions might be the he might be best or most interested in learning more about. So then if the candidate is interested in chatting with a recruiter at this company, they're just going to click right here on this request to chat button, and that's going to enter them in the recruiter's chat queue. As you can see here, the candidates can manage multiple conversations with multiple different employers at the same time, and their active conversation will be in this larger area here. So let me move on to the employer experience,
Okay.
and you'll see that it's very, very similar to the job seeker experience. And kind of given the limited amount of time today we have for this presentation, I'm just going to touch on each of these areas at a really high level today. Let's start right here with booth settings. Everything is right here along this left navigation. And if the employer clicks on booth settings, this is going to be where they configure their booth. They can upload logos and videos and enter, their website, their about us information. This is also going to be the area where they're going to specify which recruiters are going to be chatting with job seekers during the event. They just plug them in right down there. And then at any time, if an employer wants to preview what their booth looks like, they just click right here on this My Booth icon, and they can see what their booth would look like to the job seekers on the event day. So I think the most important area that I want to cover today in the demo here is the chat functionality from the recruiter's perspective. And how we have it laid out is there are 3 different tabs for recruiters to manage conversations with candidates. This request tab is where I'd like to start, because this is where all of your company recruiters will see the collective list of all new job seeker chat requests for their company. So your team can kind of work to that queue together to first engage with either the most qualified candidates or the candidates that are located closest to their open positions. As you can see here, the recommendation algorithm is going to help the recruiters prioritize those conversations and kind of cherry pick the candidates that are most likely to be a good fit. And again, I want to point out that the distance that each job seeker is from the location of each of the positions is also indicated right here under their name. So as an individual recruiter from your company clicks on a candidate name, that conversation is then going to be moved right here into that specific recruiter's ongoing conversation tab and removed from this collective request tab, so that your team of recruiters can access those conversations and get them handled quickly and efficiently. So again, I'm going to show you here that our matching technology, all they have to do is hover over an individual in their chat queue, and they can really quickly see our recommendation on which candidates may be a better fit for their open positions. And that's really going to help them prioritize their time and their conversations to get the most out of the event. I want to point out here that, this is all driven by our matching technology, and we give our employers the ability to give us feedback on that so that we can continually improve the accuracy of our matching algorithms. And all they need to do is give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on whether or not they think that each candidate is indeed a good match or a possible match for any given position. We also allow here for the view resume during the conversation. Your recruiters can click on this view resume where they can see the candidate's resume during the conversation, or they can download it for viewing later. And if a candidate has not yet uploaded their resume, they can do so right here right in the active conversation. The recruiter can request for them to do so. So I think that covers the resume piece. I think the coolest part about the conversations we can pop out right here, as a couple of our other demonstrations have showed, if a recruiter would like to change this into a video or an audio call, they just click the the corresponding icon there, and then it pops it right out here in our platform. There's nothing to download or anything. They can have that video chat right here with a candidate right here in the platform. And I think go ahead.
It's all mobile friendly, I assume?
Yes, definitely mobile friendly. Yeah, it's a mobile friendly platform from both job seeker and recruiter perspective. And I think the final piece here from the recruiters is this My Booth tab here is a recent rollout we just did because we wanted to be able to highlight those passive candidates who visited an employer booth, but or maybe currently visiting an employer booth, but haven't engaged with the recruiters at that company. This will allow the recruiters to kind of selectively initiate conversations with those passive candidates who look like they might be a good match for their open positions. So I think a couple other things I wanted to mention is, of course, the reporting is available for download. We have the detailed reporting, just like the others mentioned, registered job seekers, attendees. We have individual booth traffic can be shown, as well as employers can download their actual chat conversations. One of the other tips that I think we were going to mention to have a successful event is, you want to make sure and promote it ahead of time, because why have an event if you're not going to tell people about it? So what we've done is we have developed a comprehensive planning and marketing support that will be available to your team to ensure that events are executed seamlessly. It offers, creative assets, timing and checklists and all kinds of things to help make sure that you're promoting the event in leading up to it, so to make sure that you have a lot of registrants attend. And then finally, the one we showed today is a multi-employer event, but we wanted to make sure and mention that we do have that single employer event with all of the same functionality. And that would be ideal for companies looking to hire across various departments and or multiple locations. So I think we stuck to our time. It's a lot to throw out there in 12 minutes, but I think that's it.
Appreciate that. Is the cost-wise, is it per event or is it kind of a monthly cost?
It's a per event cost. So if it's a single employer event, we have one cost for, there are different levels based on sponsorship. If it's a multi-employer event, it would be the same thing. The employer pays for their booth based on their sponsorship level.
Awesome. Well, Kat, Jonathan, anything else to add?
I think that's it. Thank you for letting us show you our platform. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on, and we'll put a link in the chat there, and appreciate you guys from Recruitology. So
awesome.
Great day, guys.